July 27th, 2002, Saturday. I stayed in bed till 5:15 p.m. and then came to work at 6 o'clock. This place was kind of a hassle tonight. Mr. Quint was pissed and told Lonnie that she was fucking stupid. I'm in booth and I've had a few snags, but I'm not stressed out or crazy. All of the gang from work are over at Ashley's. It's 11:40 p.m. right now. I'm a bit saddened by the fact that they never asked or mentioned me coming over. I didn't get off until 1 a.m., I know, but they never showed any interest in me coming over after that. Not that I'm dying to, but it makes me wonder. I've not talked to any of my crew in a week. Last Saturday, Tim and I tried to go to that Pink Floyd thing and that failed. Come a week later and no one is called. I don't think about Marilyn that much really, but when I do, it still hurts. I'm still very sore about all of that. Part of me still wants to hate Will. 2:45 a.m. Sunday. It's strange. I may be wrong or I may just want to be thinking this, but I've not been horny lately. Fucking Forhelli aside and what Ainsley did last night, I haven't been aroused at all, but I've not been dying to get off or masturbate. I did masturbate before work a day or two ago, but I did it just to have done it. I don't know. I've just not been thinking about it as much, I guess. Or I could be wrong. On Friday, Franklin lent me a book called The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, and I always intended to read it, and in fact I brought it to work tonight. The funny thing being that in the credits to Austin Powers' Gold member, a Steve Chbosky is given credit for helping with the film, which makes sense because Chbosky is also a filmmaker. Just thought that was interesting. The book is written in letter form. A young boy named Charlie is writing to someone unknown and is telling stories from his life, focused mainly on starting high school. I've read chapter 1 and I'm in love with this book. It sucks because I want to highlight shit, but I can't. 2:50 a.m. I just called Ainsley to say hi and began the book again. On the first entry of chapter 2, I fell further in love. This book is me. It is everything I think and feel, and I've not even finished it. I can tell so far that it's about naivete and coming of age. The boy Charlie is 15 and doesn't know much about sex or having a second life. Obviously, this was just like me back in my day. He just looks around and he sees everything and reflects on his past. On one page, he mentions 3 things that I've experienced or heard. He talks about Smear the Queer, a game I played back in the 80s with kids down the street whose names I can't even remember. I just remember a big kid whom we all called the Fridge, just like the popular at the time football player William the Refrigerator Perry. The only other thing I can remember about these kids is that I bought, or rather someone bought for me, the Optimus Prime toy from the garage sale. Used, but still had its box. For months I would play with it and put it back in its styrofoam and in the box. I still have the toy, but not the box. Another thing he mentions is a Pink Floyd laser light show, and then the old phrase, beer before liquor, never sicker. 4:20 a.m. Still awake. Still reading. I swear, I'm in love with this book. No other book has made me feel this way. The story is so amazing and real. I love it. I just listened to Miles Davis's On the Corner. Now Dead Z's Commencement is playing. There's something so damn scary and beautiful about their music. I know I've thought it before, and know I've said this, but I'm not sure if I wrote about it. The Winners and Brand New Love make me feel weird. I have a grand vision in my head when I hear these songs. Actually, most of their songs. Their sound instills this feeling in me. I see myself on a huge plateau overlooking the world. It is a bright orange dusk. There is fire and destruction all around. Nuclear explosions and meteors are hitting the planet, destroying everything. But on the plateau, I lie under a tree on a blanket, on the smooth grass, and I kiss and make love to a beautiful woman. Everything is magnificent. We only love each other, and all that matters is love. That woman is Marilyn. As I write this, a line I have used as an ending quote is being repeated. Quote, anyone can be your brand new love. Anyone could be your brand new love. End quote. I know this. Ainsley could be. Anyone could be. But I fear it. As much as I hurt and feel alone, I am terrified to let myself love anyone but Marilyn. And even Marilyn, I partially don't want to love. 6:15 a.m. It's amazing how a great book will keep you up all night and how it can change you. I finished The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Fucking beautiful. As I read it, it made me think of those stories from my own life that I've mostly forgotten about, chosen not to remember, or just don't think about often. I remember an after-party game, freshman year, during a time when my brother was involved with some shit with a guy. At the party, this guy attacked my brother and punched him, and I stood there emotionless and did nothing. It wasn't too severe. Some teachers saw it and stopped. And it stopped. The guy didn't get in trouble. The main thing was I did nothing. At the time, I remember thinking I shouldn't have, but now I wish I did. I also thought about the time a while back at the KU kegger when Will and I just stood there and looked at all of the lost youth around us. I had almost completely forgotten about this. I couldn't even recall if I wrote about it in here. It's even funnier, not really, looking back at it now when thinking about the state of my and Will's relationship. I also thought about the time a month ago in Kirk's backyard when the shit went down there and Marilyn and I talked on the street in front of my house. That night I was sitting on a chair in Kirk's backyard talking to him and Melanie. Luke came up and was squeezing my shoulders, and it felt so good. It felt nice because deep down I needed that so bad. And at that time and now even, I've not felt anything from the guys. I don't see them and I rarely talk deeply to them. And the way Luke touched me let me know that I still meant something to someone. Many times, recently and in the past, I've been so pent up with rage and anger, and even more than fucking it away with a girl, I've wanted to cry in the arms of Kirk, Will, or Tim, because they mean so much to me. I miss them so much. Probably once a day I want to just scream and yell and cry and break something because I hurt. But I don't. I want to drink or do drugs to drown away my world in torment, but I'm too much of a pussy. Why can't I destroy myself? Why is it so hard to hurt myself? Or to find closure? End quote. It's just that sometimes people use thought to not participate in life. Stephen Chbosky, The Perks of Being a Wallflower.